How goes it, Internet? Welcome back. It's another run at Phantom Soul. Trying to go for that 1cc. Trying to complete that 6th level. But fall short today. Or at least fall short at this run. Because we got more than this run today. One run today. Can I speak right ever? My god, what the fuck is my issue? But yeah, Phantom Soul is a fun little game. I mean, it's certainly not the most polished, prized pig at the fair. She is certainly not the hottest girl on the beach. But, I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers, as it were, as it may. I guess what I'm saying, it's an alright game to play on a weekend, I suppose. But not one you would brag to your friends. I'm failing at this metaphor completely. But all the same, it's a fun game. It's an okay game. When you're playing a ton of games, I suppose this could be one of the games you play. But I guess enough of that. I suppose you should may have also noticed on the channel we have our first sort of like best of or channel trailer, which I thought came out pretty fun. I mean, it was pretty much made by Jim from Gamebound. You know the dude, you know the guy. You might even be the guy, or you might not. You might not know. Do you know? You might not know. Check your driver's license to see if you're him. It's located in your wallet in the back pocket. If you are him, go outside and lay in the street. If you're not him, continue watching this video. But no, he made the video, and it came out all right. I think he picked out the most rudest material I made and most absurd crap I've ever said, and kind of just compiled it into one thing. I'm like, I hope everyone that comes to this channel doesn't assume that that's me like 24/7. That's just me, when the moon is full and I'm in a particularly saucy mood, I suppose. I'm not always like that absurd. Most of the sometimes, rare times, but I would say most of the time I'm kind of calm and collected. Only when I'm in the, part 18 into Bullet Soul or what have you, does things start to get a little unhinged. Otherwise, it's nice and cool. I assume so at least. But I suppose that wouldn't be a very interesting channel. Come watch this channel. Everything is kind of nothing, kind of meh. Got hit there on the side. And there's one thing that I noticed about this game that I don't know if I'm particularly a fan of, or just something you have to get used to, is that your hitbox is that centerpiece, right? But your ship can only go as far as the sort of like circumference of your sort of hand glider thing. So you can't dodge all the way right or all the way left. You see there's maybe like a quarter of an inch or half an inch on each side that my hitbox can't reach. So there are certain sort of like dead zones, I would say. And that goes for the bottom and top of the screen as well, where you can't fully evade completely 100% in this sort of game space. There's a sort of like maybe like a 5% of the screen on the outward border that you can't really dodge into, I suppose is the correct word. And not that that's a bad thing, not that that's a wag at the finger at the game developers, but that's just something to keep in mind. There's just another sort of rule parameter you need to think about if you're in a corner, as sometimes I fall into, or up against one of the sides of the sides of the screens, is that you do not have as much dexterity as you may think you do, or movement space for that matter. Yeah, this is some of the areas that I feel like I could really tighten up the play. That area and the following in the next level, first part in area 4. Please keep your hands in the right at all times. I know he sounds like a voice that you'd hear like on a subway or something, Or this is your captain speaking. There he goes. All right, and in this series here of enemies, I feel we could do a lot better at as well, and I think we will. We just have to remember where everything is and what everything does. And yeah, not standing on enemies when they spawn. That's kind of rule number one. So I mean, I think in the last couple minutes here, in the end of stage 3 and on stage 4, lost like 2 or 3 guys. So it's kind of like button that down, and I think we could get a better shot at putting a bow on this one. I wonder if you could take that, like, take all those red and yellow bad guys and put your special on them and wipe them out. One of these times I'll try. Sometimes some of these rounds I kind of play a little conservative just to see how far I can get into it. That was a real bad dodge. Real bad dodge. Special shot with the eclipse there at the end. Gets us right through there. But you could actually use a special shot like you would your eclipse. It just doesn't have any like reflecting abilities, but it will, get you through a cloud of weapons, a cloud of bullets rather. Millennium Falcon here. Kind of like the bootleg version. Kind of like your bootleg Legos. Reflected there, but not as much as we knocked her completely out of her ship. And there we go. She exploded. Good riddance. On to stage 5. Getting real close to the end of this. And this is another sequence that I think we've just about figured out. And it's these last 2 sequences here that you pretty much, as long as you're in the middle of the set screen, you're safe. And I think that's a lot more flash than there is bang. Is that how the saying goes? I do not know. A lot more bark than there is bite, I think. Yeah, and those spinning space wheels, they do take a lot of damage as well. However, in one good thing they do is they do charge your eclipse mode quite quickly. Bad position. I would say in this game in particular, you want to really avoid those the sides and the corners, just because it is a little deceptive of how little you can move. You think if you're resting on the side there, you could probably have like a little, like a quarter of an inch or so more to move, but you really don't. Full eclipse there, which is certainly good because I think we're going to need it for this boss. Only I don't think, it'd be nice if we could deal damage there, but I don't think that counted. But who knows, maybe. Lost a life there. There's our eclipse. Pretty lengthy one there. That's what level 7 will get you. But no special shots, so we'll have to... There's an eclipse there, though. Real short one. Almost got hit there. Duh, we should have ducked when we should have dodged, huh? But that's going to be it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, do all that stuff, and we'll come back and do some more.